Welcome back.
Welcome back, you guys.
It's good to see everybody.
We are recording this on the first day of Pride, so for those who celebrate, happy Pride.
Happy Pride, everyone.
And if you don't celebrate, what are you doing with your lives?
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be some great parties this month, so.
I'm so excited.
I know, right? Okay, well, anyway, but we're here to talk about movies.
We are here to talk about movies.
And I guess it was a week or two ago, Tara sent me a link to this movie here that we are so excited to talk about. It's a shorty. It's only an hour and 9 minutes long. But after reading the synopsis, I was like, we gotta watch this movie. And it's a little micro budget movie called Amityville Rex.
Yes.
And it's exactly what it sounds like.
Yes.
Like I said, this is a newer movie. It just came out this year. So this is really exciting.
Hot off the presses.
Hot off the presses. We usually try to cover, our 80s and 90s films and everything. But this one...
I mean, sometimes you got to cover a new one when it just, grabs you.
When it grabs you like this. And it just came out this year. Apparently, it's part of a series. They have...
So I was recording... I was, taking notes yesterday, and... halfway through, Dan's, the thing that I was watching it on, crashed. And I was like, well, let me look and see if it's on Tubi or whatever. And I was, looking it up. And this particular one was not on Tubi, but, a million other ones were.
Yeah. Well, this is part of a series. I think it's, a third or fourth installment of it. They had Amityville. I can't say that.
Amityville. You guys know what we're talking about.
The Amityville horror and stuff like that. But this is not related to that.
No.
This just happens to take place in the same town. And apparently there was one that happened in space.
Yeah.
That this one is a loose sequel to. Anyway, let's get into it. Like I said, it's only an hour and 9 minutes long, and 12 to 15 minutes of that is opening and ending credits.
Insane
amount of credits for such a small cast and crew and effects and everything.
Yes.
It was directed by Mark Polonia. Anyway, this is very exciting. Not only does he play one of the characters in the movie,
he's got his little fingies and everything,
but back in the old days when we first started this podcast, 4 or 5-ish years ago, and we were kind of still putting our feelers out what we wanted to talk about, and of course we love talking about movies the most, but one of the episodes that we did, we covered a movie called Feeders. It's still on our YouTube. If you go back,
scroll back, you guys,
scroll back to the very beginning.
And that was back when we were doing 3 movies per episode.
We were trying to
it was crazy.
It was crazy. We were really trying to overextend ourselves a little bit, but yeah, it's a movie called Feeders. And it's a low-budget movie about these floppy little alien puppets, and
they're basically sock puppets.
Yeah, they're horrible.
Some guy's phone camera, it was
right, it was on VHS or something like that.
This one high budget compared to Feeders.
Yeah, this one had a little bit more money behind it, but apparently it's the same director. And so I was so excited after I watched the movie. Then I went back to research who was involved with this. I was like, oh, he did Feeders. And Feeders even has its own series. I think that there's 3 of them at least, maybe even 4 if Too many.
One would say too many of those.
Way too many of those as well. So, but anyway, so this is another one that we're covering by him. And he's done, and I looked at his IMDb. You can go look at it. There was too many to list, but he has a lot of movies dedicated to dinosaurs and sharks and Sasquatch, and so and then several in Amityville. So it was also written by Aaron Drake, who had his hands in the same projects and everything. Very, very much a micro budget movie. I couldn't find anything for the budget. It did not go to theaters.
I'm gonna guess $3.47.
That's being very gracious with it.
I mean, they had some killer special
I think this
effects.
was a $1.05 movie.
I mean, it depends on how much they got the blood for sale on.
Well, at least the dinosaur in this was not puppeted. It was actually cheap CGI, a little bit of maybe stop motion in there.
Yeah, it was stop motion. It was borderline claymation-ish.
Yeah, just borderline. I don't know if that was just part.
The California raisins to come out of the corner.
Right. Heard it through the grapevine. Yeah. Anyway, so okay, so the movie starts out with I guess a T-Rex or a dinosaur eating all kinds of peeps in the woods.
Yeah, like instantly you are in like where there's a cabin in a lake and people are getting offed by a dinosaur.
Yeah. And
chomping and their heads bust like grapes.
Yeah, they're just popping like grapes.
There's just like he barely puts any pressure on there and
It's
just
like
poof explodes into like blood.
Yeah, I mean it's a T-Rex.
There's a lot of arteries
involved. Right. Lots of CGI blood. And then there's like a montage of holy imagery. Yeah. And I guess that's when the movie actually starts.
And our first booby.
Oh yeah.
Random titty.
Yeah, that never really explains what that's from. So I'm going to assume maybe it's from the earlier movies.
Maybe it's like like obviously there's, I don't know if they're doing an exorcism or if there's just like someone's being sacrificed or
if there's a pregnancy involved.
You never see the girl's face. It's just
boobs and torso.
Just a random boob.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you gotta put those in for the guys, I guess. I don't know.
Well, and you forgot to mention like when the movie starts, like you see the little subtitle that says 1 year earlier.
1 year earlier.
It's important to think like we have to remember this was from a year earlier that these people get eaten alive.
Yeah, they get eaten alive, but we don't know 1 year earlier from what. We haven't been shown anything
and
yet.
We see Amityville, the most haunted place, blah, 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 blah.
The most haunted place. Okay.
So they caught you up.
So you're caught up now, I guess.
And then I said, a montage of books and scary imagery and a priest.
Like, it was a 6 to 7 minute opening credit scene. It just kept going with the same repetitive music, and then it's great whenever the opening credits take up
and half of the credits are the one man's name.
Is the one man's name, yeah.
Director, producer, starring,
this is his little vanity projects that he does.
And then we see Amityville, and then we see Amityville, New York, present,
yeah.
So now, a year later.
Yeah. So we open with this part with some construction happening on the road.
And one would say too much construction. They just keep shooting the construction scenes. They just like showing the tractors and the
bulldozers and the front loaders and all that stuff. It just shows some equipment.
I feel like this is every little boy's dream is just like construction and dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm. And heads popping like grapes. Blooding, as my son would say. He used to say, it's blooding. It's blooding.
Yeah,
plenty of blooding.
Yeah.
Father Benna, he's a priest, stops to watch the action.
I literally just called him priest the whole movie.
That's what I did too.
Priest.
But I went back at the very end.
Jackie.
Yeah. I called him inspector because that's what he was. We don't call our cops inspectors very often here, so I thought that was funny. He was an inspector.
Inspector Gadget.
Right? I call him exposition. Inspector Exposition because he gives a lot of exposition.
Gives you all the info.
So anyway, Father Benna, he stops to watch the construction, and then he goes on his way, and he stops at a house, and he opens his Bible and says a prayer over the house.
Like demon voice.
Yeah.
And then like a piece of paper flies out of the
Bible.
Bible.
Note falls out of the Bible, and he picks it up, and it's got like some crossed out addresses on it.
Yeah.
And then he has like a flashback montage of some evilness. And like a hooded figure and a mask and growling noises and
a flashback of dinosaur.
Flashback of dinosaur. And so he
okay.
We still don't know what's happening with it.
In my notes, I'm just like, all right.
I know. I kept going, huh?
And then it gets to Dina Dean, News 6.
Yeah.
And there's a reporter, and she's talking about the construction and how they found dinosaur bones at the construction site.
Right. He does, the priest does notice that they dig up dinosaur bones, and then he says, over the bones, he says, a dinosaur, the earliest of God's creations. So that way he's a holy man.
He's a holy man, but also believes in science.
And so we're to this newscast.
Then we see Wayne at the museum getting interviewed, and he says he sets up the displays and is also the night watchman. And I'm like, wow.
He runs this museum.
He wears a lot of hats.
Now Wayne...
Not a fedora, because that's what the priest wears.
Right. You don't want to get them mixed up. And
I was
Wayne...
like, maybe they should hire more people at this museum. Well, Wayne's just like doing it all.
I guess the demons of Amityville has run them out.
Yes.
And also Wayne is the director of this
and
movie.
he also starts telling his life story about how he has to work there for the child support and the alimony.
Yeah, his heart's not really in this museum. He's just there for child support and alimony.
Then why are you doing 50 jobs at this museum?
Right.
Wayne? Are they paying individually for each job you're
He's
doing?
literally living at this museum because he
Right.
takes care of the exhibits and then walks around it at night.
So then we cut to a little TV and some smoke and candles, and there's a guy in what is 1000% a Party City robe, and his little satanic Bible that he's reading.
Yeah, he's got the
and
mask.
I call him Party City Satanist.
Yeah. Well,
Courtney says I gave him too much grace. It's not Party City.
that is not Party City quality,
no,
but
maybe it's like Timu or something. I don't know. Anyway,
and he goes to a little altar and speaks to his god, calling him master, and says, "The day of our rebirth has come. The beast has been found, and its resurrection will bring forth a new evil to a corrupt region," which is totally how people talk. So we cut to our heroine, Jackie. She wakes up from a dinosaur nightmare.
That's literally what I wrote.
Right.
From a dinosaur nightmare.
That's what I wrote. She wakes up from a dinosaur nightmare.
They're too similar. They're too much alike. And here we are.
I know. We showed up with the same hairstyle
Same
today,
hair
if you
today.
haven't
We
noticed.
did not plan this.
We didn't plan it. And so, anyway, she looks out the window where she sees a sussy man. He's hanging around, and she says, "Damn, I wonder when they're going to back off."
And then she gets a phone call.
Yeah.
And it's the guy that's downstairs. And I'm like, did you have to drive over there to make the phone call?
Yeah. Well, he wanted it to have an impact.
It's like, the boss wants his money.
The boss wants the money you took from him. And he'll probably take you back if you showed up with the cash by Tuesday, or it's lights out and don't go to the cops. So she hangs up and she's like, I got to get that money.
Yeah, and this is where I'm like, apparently it's the guy from downstairs. Why did he drive all the way over?
Why did he drive? You could have just called, but okay. She brushes her teeth.
Maybe he's got really bad cell phone service.
Maybe. She's got the only cell tower in town.
Cell tower's on her side of town.
Yeah.
The dinosaurs have eaten them all. So,
well, yeah.
You know.
But we don't know that yet.
We don't know that. One thing dinosaurs do not like, cell service.
Cell service, yeah. So she goes and brushes her teeth, and she, like, butters some toast.
I can't believe it's not butter.
And which is
And
fine.
she is hammering down on this toast.
This is the most aggressive toast buttering I've ever seen.
She is wiping the floor with this
I kept
toast.
thinking of Nathan Lane in
gonna
the Birdcage.
pierce
You pierced the toast! And all the while, she's having visions of this dino.
Maybe that's why she's aggressively doing it. Because
she's mad about this dinosaur.
Yeah. So she sits down at the table, eating her toast, eating just a piece of toast.
Well, you know,
There ain't no fucking plate.
my
There ain't-
perimenopause stomach has only been eating toast a lot lately, so I
She
get
gets
it.
this call from Inspector Meads.
Yeah, Inspector.
And
He's following up on
working
some
the case.
Yeah, he's following up on the stolen money
and the missing people.
and disappearances of her associates, and she needs to come to the station and talk about it again.
And he says, bring your lawyer. And she's like, I can't afford one. He's like, we can provide you one. And I'm like, that's not how that works. You'd be arrested.
Yeah.
You think the police are just passing out attorneys to just
Right.
whoever?
Right. You request an attorney after you've been
read your rights and you're arrested.
I mean, well, I think that you can request an attorney if you're just being questioned too. Like, but I'm not. I used to work for an attorney, and I don't.
You don't get like a civil servant attorney if you're just being questioned.
You're just being questioned.
No, I think you have to get like.
Yeah.
Because that's part of your Miranda rights. Is like if you cannot afford an attorney, one could be like.
Yeah.
If you're just bringing him in for questioning.
Yeah,
that's not
and you
being
can
arrested.
refuse. You can refuse to question. Now, if they arrest
This
you
is
at that
now a law
point,
podcast.
Yes,
I am
and
an
we're
attorney.
experts.
I'm an attorney.
Anyway, okay, let's just move past it.
So they make a plan for 2:30. Okay.
So yeah, so they make the plan.
Then we see, this is one of the banes of my existence in this movie. We see Wayne with a flashlight in a well-lit stairwell. Mm-hmm. This motherfucker uses this flashlight in the daylights, in the light time, with the sun and the moon and the lights on.
Well, you never know when evil dinosaurs will block out the sun.
Well, then shouldn't it also be a taser? Because it's just a flashlight, and he is using it like...
They can't afford another worker at this museum. You think they're going to provide a taser?
But it's like light out. It's in the light. And
I know,
he's using
all the
a
lights.
flashlight.
Whatever.
Anyway,
So-
back to Party City Satanist.
He's talking to Master still, asking for guidance and patience and protection. And then we're also back at the priest.
And he's looking at this paper.
He's
and
wondering what it means to find the dino bones.
I'm like, why is he wearing a fedora? Is he an early aughts emo priest? Is he Patrick Stump from Fallout Boy's priest?
Right.
And the fedora is too small.
Yeah, it is.
And I think it gets progressively smaller.
I think it shrank.
The movie.
Yeah.
It's just barely sitting, just squatting on the top of his dome.
And he is convinced that the Dark Master has something evil planned.
I said he skips to the part of the Bible about dinosaurs. You guys know the part.
I don't know if he picks up the Bible, but he picks up a book like the Bible.
It was the Bible.
Maybe it was.
You know, like
he looks,
Deuteronomy 12,
yeah,
the dinosaurs.
The dinosaur, the chapter. And so he looks at like an illustration of an Allosaurus.
And he's like, I feel like there's a connection
And
here.
he's like, there's a connection. To what? A connection to what?
To Bible and dinosaur.
To Bible and dinosaur. Then he picks up another book and then he reads about channelers, who were ambassadors to Satan, which I guess he's alluding to the Party City
Satanist
is.
a
And so
channeler.
he's convinced that the dino bones are part of the Dark Master's plans and he doesn't know what. So we skip back to Jackie and she pulls up in her car and gives Wayne at the museum a call.
Because again, you have to drive to the location to make a phone call.
Right. But I think that she's at the police station now giving him a call. And then she asks Wayne if he still has some scuba equipment from a friend named Beach.
I think Beach was like her boyfriend.
Beach was her boyfriend,
And
but they don't
was
really
the
talk about that
blonde
till later.
dude at the beginning that got eaten by the dinosaur.
Yeah, he's one of the guys that got chomped at the beginning.
And he's like, why do you need scuba equipment? And she's like, well, ever since he passed away, I just want something to remember him by. I'm like, scuba equipment. Mm-hmm. Just want to hold it.
I just want to look at an
you.
air tank and think about my ex-boyfriend or my dead
She's
boyfriend.
like, I can give you something for it if you want. And he's like, that's not necessary. Just meet up here after work.
Yeah,
just call before you come because I have to let you in. The doors are going to be locked.
The doors are going to be like, you can come back tonight.
And then she walks right to the police station. The police station doors are always open.
Right.
They're always propped open.
Right.
I don't feel like that's safe.
I don't either. There's a dinosaur running around.
Well, what's your electric bill? You guys are wasting AC. As my parents would say, you're letting the air out.
Yeah. They'd always say, my grandparents would always just say, you're letting the air out. You're letting the air out.
You're letting the air out.
So now the priest is driving around and he sees the masked dude.
Yeah, Party City
Like
Satanist
T-posing on the side of the road.
Yeah, he's just hanging out.
He's just hanging out. And so priest pulls over and he gets out of his car, but the masked figure is gone. So he gets back in the car and looky, Party City Satanist is in the car with him.
He's just sitting in the car.
And it startles him.
And the priest, and he warns the priest to stay away, and the priest says that, no, can't do that.
Yeah.
And he pulls out his 1,000% unfinished Hobby Lobby crucifix.
Yeah.
And the guy zaps out of the car and shoots like red lightning at the car.
Yeah, he appears outside the car and then shocks the car and the car won't start.
Yeah, now his car won't
Tells the priest, this is not your war. And then he disappears.
And then the priest gets out of the car, right? And he's like, you know how like you get mad and like bang on the top of the car? Mm-hmm. The priest is like...
It was the most...
It's like the lightest tap.
It was the most unenthusiastic acting I've ever seen from anybody. These guys are not actors.
No.
The whole thing, they're always just like, oh, a dinosaur.
No. So then he decides that he's got to just start walking. So
sets out on foot. And so the channeler, as we now know him, shows up to the museum where Wayne is patrolling with his flashlight. And he looks at the dinosaur bones and he's just like,
he said,
bones
out. Give me the creeps.
Bones give me the creeps.
Why are you working at a museum?
You're working at a museum. And so...
I said, maybe this ain't the job for you, Wayne.
And suddenly the channeler...
He just poofs into the building.
Zaps himself into the building. And Wayne is none the wiser and goes into the security room to read a magazine.
I tried so hard to look and see what the magazine was.
I couldn't see what it was. I just,
so hard, I was like, there's a joke here somewhere, but I couldn't find it. And
so now
you
we're
can clearly see Party City Satanist. He's on the screen.
He's on the screen.
He's just
This
is why you
reading
need
his
more
magazine.
people to do jobs because clearly his passion is not security.
No, it's not. And so we cut back to Jackie at the police station, who is just fed up with the cops on her back, and the inspector's like, word
on the street is they're after you.
You're a woman wanted by like the local mafia, and this guy, this is at this point that I wrote down, this guy should be called Inspector Exposition, because the next minute
I didn't even write it all down because it was so much.
Yeah, the next minute is him giving a rundown of Jackie's backstory. Now, again, I haven't seen the prequels to this, so maybe you see it from that, but I don't think so. Apparently, she's the main boss's mole. She cashed out $300K from one of his accounts, $300,000, and then she was abducted by 3 down-on-their-luck film industry people, that never comes up again, who take her to a cabin where her lover, Beach, has already been killed and shredded. Then a large animal killed the abductors and 2 undercover cops. That's the rundown.
And he asks where the money is, and she's like, I donated it. And she says, they were killed by a bear.
It was a large bear that killed everybody. And he's like, nope, it crushed a car and devoured 5 people. It wasn't a bear, and the money's still missing. And she's like, well, that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
And I said the actor playing the cop is 1,000% reading his lines.
Uh-huh.
Like, because he's got papers, like all strewn on the table. And he's like, and then
Then it says here that the boss is after you.
It says the boss is after you, and
right.
It's like, hey, look at the camera.
Right. Or look at the other character in the scene with you.
Standing with your lines like behind the camera.
Yeah,
so you can,
cue cards are a thing. They do it on Saturday Night Live every night.
Yeah.
So anyway, he's like, fine, I got nothing on you, so you can leave. So she leaves.
Yeah.
And she's in her car, and she's visibly upset. So she talks herself down and says, relax, they haven't connected the dots. Don't crack now.
Yes, that she gives herself a pep talk.
And
then she passes the priest and says, no time today, priest.
Yep. See you later. Then she leaves to meet Wayne.
Well, he curses her with a flat tire.
Yeah.
He's like, I hope you get a flat tire.
Yeah, we see a brief shot of the priest yelling at her on the side of the road. And then she leaves to meet Wayne. And then Wayne is toddling around the museum at night now.
With Wayne and the flashlight again.
Yeah, he's shining
on. It's finally dark now. So.
But yeah, that's what I say. It's nighttime. He's shining his flashlight on everything, checking doors.
Goes to get this scuba equipment.
He gets this scuba gear. He gets startled by odds and ends in the museum. Like there's like this armless, headless mannequin that he's like a bus thing. Yeah, like a bus, and it just like mundane things are startling him. And we see
he's also being stalked by Party City Satanist is behind him.
Yeah, and so he finally goes into the room and then sees a figure lurking around on the first floor. So he goes to investigate, and they've got this CCTV set up all around him. He barely ever looks at it, so this is the first time he's noticed anything awry on the screen.
Yeah, there's probably like 50 Satanists in this building.
That he's just never seen.
Yeah.
And so he goes to investigate. We see Lieutenant watching the museum from his car.
And he sees the priest, and then he also sees the Satanist at one point.
Yeah.
From his car.
And he sees Jackie.
Maybe hire him to be the...
Right.
Security.
Right. Maybe he should be security.
He cares more about security.
Yeah. And so he sees Jackie go knock on the door.
And Wayne tells her, I think there's someone else here.
Yeah, Wayne's like, somebody's here.
So they go upstairs to get the scuba gear.
Yeah, and so they go get the gear.
I said, and then we see the priest walking. So much walking. I said, he is the Frodo of the movie. He's just always walking.
Right. He's he's on a quest.
Making his way to Mordor.
And so, anyway, so the inspector who sees the Chandler Party City dude at the museum, the Chandler goes in and does this little ritual at the Dino bones.
Yeah, he finds the bones. He pulls out his knife.
His eyes glow.
And he cuts himself. It's a lot of blood.
He cuts his wrist. Blood. He shouldn't survive this, but he does. He smears the blood on his little book.
And he wants power.
And the Dino bones electrify and come to life and becomes a fully formed dinosaur.
Yeah, they fill out.
Like,
they went from like bones to person.
Yeah, and so
well, not person to dino.
And then I looked at the time on the movie, and we were exactly halfway through the movie at this point. Not a lot had happened, but
here we are. The priest sees the lights like around the building, and he's like, "I'm too late. So the priest.
It also catches the attention. All the like lightning and everything catches the attention of the inspector.
Yeah.
So the inspector goes in, and he like moves the doorstop and lets the door close behind him, locking the priest out. Yeah. The priest just picks up the little wooden doorstop.
A convenient piece of wood, a rock, or something.
Yeah, I think it was just the doorstop keeping the door open, but he just like
busts it open.
Busts in.
Which is crazy because like there's electricity all around the building and stuff like this, and yet they cannot get out of the building.
But they can't get out of the building. Well,
why wouldn't they go through this open door that's already
been busted out? Right. So Wayne and Jackie are in the security office talking about the scuba gear, and Wayne says he had to sell most of it to pay off some of their debts that they never revisit as well. But what's left over should be okay for a 20-foot dive. And Jackie asks it would be okay to dive into a deep pond.
And he's like, the water will be too cold.
He's like, well,
you'll need a wetsuit.
You need a wetsuit, and you'll die of hypothermia.
Hypothermia
if
in a pond?
If you're going to dive at this time of year, and you're also not trained enough to take a 20-foot dive. And that's when they see all of the intruders on the security monitors.
Yeah.
So
Wayne's like, let's get to the bottom of this. I got my flashlight.
I've got my flashlight. Let's get the bottom of this. So Jackie sees that the inspector is there, but she plays dumb, not knowing who it is.
Yeah.
And so the priest and the inspector like run into each other at a corner.
Literally at a corner.
Yeah.
They're like very slowly walking. They don't bump into each other. Just like, oh, hey.
Right. So inspector says he's following a suspect around, and priest says he's hunting evil.
Yeah, the channeler's here to resurrect the dinosaur. We gotta find him.
And of course, the inspector thinks he's crazy. And the priest is like, hey, we live in a strange town. Remember my brother was killed and thrown from a window? And it was no accident. He's like, I would like to see this part.
He's like, he doesn't know about... He doesn't kid about these matters.
He doesn't
like,
kid about
you know, dinosaur evil matters.
Yeah, we're not going to... That's nothing to joke about, Tara.
You don't joke about dinosaur evil.
And the inspector's like... And he's all like, remember, you know, this is... Amityville is a strange town.
It's a weird town.
It's a weird town. Like, crazy things happen. And inspector's like, yeah, you're right. Let's go investigate.
So then we see the dinosaur and the Party City Satanist. They're bonding. And
they're getting to know each other.
Jackie and Wayne find them, and Wayne says that he wishes he had a gun, because I was like, yeah, this would 1000% come
the
in
inspector
handy.
and priest come in there, and the priest says, in the name of God, I command you to back down and go back to hell.
Like the dinosaur's gonna be like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. And the channeler is like, I'm gonna kill you like your brother. And then the dino turns around and eats the channeler.
Just eat the
Party
channeler.
City Satanist gone.
Which we're all confused at this point.
Right.
Like, I thought he was.
I thought you guys like had something. I thought it was special.
Him forth to
command him or whatever. But anyway, so and then that's when Jackie and Wayne.
And then the priest is like, you know, it's evil wears many masks.
Yep. And then they
this
run away.
Mask he got from Spirit Halloween.
That's more probably the speed. And so they run into Jackie and Wayne, and the inspector is like, "You're coming with me, Jackie," saying that she has something to do with this.
Yeah.
And Priest is like, no, there's no time. We got a boogie, so let's get out.
And meanwhile, Wayne gets eaten.
Yeah, it's too late. Dino comes in. Wayne. Wayne.
And I wish that I cared, but I've not. It's only been 30 minutes. I've only known Wayne for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm not really invested in Wayne.
Bites his head clean off.
Yep.
And so the other three hide and run away, and the inspector's like, you got to explain this, Jackie.
And Jackie's like, I saw this dinosaur before. That's the one that ate the guys from the beginning. And,
and I told you it was a bear because you wouldn't.
T-Rex was different, though.
Yeah, it was a different T-Rex. So I'm assuming.
I'm not profiling. You know, there's different T-Rexes out there. I'm not blaming all the crime on this one.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that maybe more of this was explained in the sequels again.
And the cop says, you guys are ready for the Looney Farm. I was like, sir, it's Looney Bin.
Yeah.
The funny farm. Get it right.
Yeah. The Looney Farm. You want to make more? You want to grow more loonies?
You want to farm the loonies out? So she said the dinosaur drowned, and then we see like this bad guy with a gun and a torch.
Yeah.
Edging this dinosaur.
Was it a bad guy or was it one of the undercover cops? Because I think that she said a cop lured it and it drowned. Anyway, there's a flashback.
Guy with a gun.
It's a flashback. A guy with a gun and a torch.
Fake torch. Fake fire.
Everything fake.
Dan, my boyfriend was like, why couldn't they use real fire? And I was like, because it's dangerous, Dan.
Yeah.
Same reason they're not using a real gun.
Yeah. The only way they got the permission to use this property is you can't use real fire.
Yeah, you're not bringing real fire on my dock.
Yeah.
So the bad guy cop, whatever, he's like, I knew you couldn't fucking swim, because he gets the dinosaur to the edge and the dinosaur falls off the edge into the water. But he spoke too soon, because the T-Rex comes up like there's a jump scare.
There's a jump scare.
And bites his arms off and drags him down, and there's pew pew pew, like pew, fighting, and down they go.
And whoever that guy is gone now too, so who cares?
And the priest explains, well, this dinosaur's evil.
Yeah.
We have Amityville Rex. He's named it.
It's
his pet now.
Yeah, and he tells them to quit arguing. This isn't helping anything. So they decide to come up with a plan. Inspector finally pulls his gun out and tells Jackie not to get any ideas. And then Jackie tells the inspector that he's going to get torn limb from limb.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And so they decide to get out of the museum. Great idea.
The cop also at one point calls Jackie a man-eater.
Yeah,
He's being real misogynistic. He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, because Jackie tells the priest, it wants you, so have at it. And the inspector
I'm
says,
out of here. I'm not.
I'm out. And the inspector says, of course a man-eater like you would say something like that, tramp.
Yeah, if I were her, I would side with the dinosaur at this point.
Yeah, like, go get the dinosaur to do it. But
if
anyway.
I were her, I'd be riding that dinosaur, into battle.
Right,
you know?
right. And so, but anyway, so they find out that they're sealed in this museum by a ball of electricity.
The electricity that happened.
Yeah, like it sealed all the doors
they
and
can't
sealed.
Get out.
But yet the priest had busted his way in through the glass earlier, so I don't understand why they couldn't get out. But
he's like, the priest
I
says
digress.
the T-Rex is using the evil to create a force field.
Yeah.
So they go to find a door that they can get out of, and the priest touches the window and he gets shocked and he yells at them, "Don't touch it!" I'm like, they didn't. You did.
They didn't. You did.
Don't touch that!
So the dinosaur is on their trail. He's coming after them, and Jackie grabs the gun.
And she says, "You guys can play patty cake with this lizard. I'm out of here.
I'm out of here." And the priest says, she needs a good spanking.
Gross.
And she runs away. Anyway, so she heads down the stairs.
She touches the door and it shocks her, so then she shoots at it.
Yeah, she shoots at it. It does nothing, and there's no way out. The inspector and priest take shelter in a stairwell briefly, and Jackie's creeping around with the gun, and she decides that, since her cell phone's not working, she's going to go use the phone in the security office.
That one also doesn't work.
That one's not working.
And she sees the T-Rex on the camera.
She sees the dino on the security screen.
But she says she's safe here, so she props her feet up.
She props her feet up and
relax.
and relaxes while
Takes a little nappy nap.
Inspector and priest go hide out in the auditorium for a minute.
I was like, is this a classroom? What is this?
Yeah, it was like an auditorium in the museum.
It looked like a college classroom.
Yeah, it did, like a lecture room or something like that,
room.
which it probably was. But then while they're there,
this is where it looks like the priest fedora has gotten smaller.
It's gotten even smaller.
When he's scared, I don't know.
Maybe he lost it and they had to run to Party City.
He's like a grower, not a shower, like his little fedoras. When men get scared sometimes.
It was cold. It was cold in the museum.
Anyway.
So this is where the priest also explains that he's been tracking down artifacts from the Amityville house.
And this is where it once again cuts to the faceless nude woman and a priestess, and there's blood.
And we don't...
Is it an exorcism?
And so he says, and I'm wondering again if this has been explained in the prequels, that a contractor that was working in one of the houses used evil artifacts from that house and used the artifacts all over town, and then gave all the houses in town demonic infestations. And before he was executed,
he spread evil like COVID accidentally.
Yeah,
is what he did.
Yeah,
it's like a pandemic of evil.
Yeah, but right before his execution, he slipped a list to the priest with all of the houses that he went to. And that's what the priest has been doing in his spare time. It's a hobby,
I did not write down any of that information.
Yeah. So. It took me a minute. It was like, how do I shorten all this exposition?
He says something about Amityville House and the evil. Anyway, so we see T-Rex's point of view. You see his point of view, and it's like a little glowy ball.
Yeah, it looks like he's just got something in his
eye.
eye.
He's got he might have migraine. There's
like maybe cataracts. Something.
I mean, he's old.
He's old. He's millions of years old.
So he's walking down the hallway, and then the priest says he wishes he had his Bible and his holy water, and the cop says, well, we need to get my gun back.
We need to get my gun so we can lure the dinosaur into the boiler room and blow it up.
We need the gun to blow it up.
Yeah, because apparently the priest needs his holy water and Bible.
Those are his tools. Those are his weapons.
That's his weapons.
There's no time. They go to look for Jackie because she's got the gun. And
but she's passed out in the office.
Yeah, she's smooth out.
She's having dreams of her past where it's revealed that the money she stole was actually thrown into the bottom of the pond.
She hid it in the bottom of the pond.
She hid it in the pond.
That's why she needed the scuba gear.
That's why she needs the scuba gear. And so... Yeah, so anyway, the dino shows up. They jog away slowly because there is no actual running in this. It's just a lot of...
light jogging.
Hurry, walk faster.
Walk fast, we're going fast.
And so we see another dude from briefly in the beginning of it, he was one of the ones that got chopped up in the beginning of it. And it's a blonde dude.
The ghost of Beach.
The ghost of Beach, which is her
like
fiance.
She's dreaming about, like, and he's like, why'd you leave me?
Yeah, she has like a vision almost.
And she's like, I swear I didn't. Like, she's like, I've got the money, I can get it back. And this ghost has no idea what's really happening, and he's kind of confused.
Whenever we see her vision, we see him pull up to the pond and everything, and he sees like bloody clothes everywhere. And then that's when she sees the vision of him walk through the door, and then she explains, and he's like, what happened? You're my girlfriend? Where am I? This is a museum? I mean, it's weird.
And I thought for a second, like, oh, this is like a plot twist. Like, it's not going to be a vision of Beach. It's going to be like an evil spirit's like trying to like talk
trying to get...
No.
Never comes up again. Never comes up.
She wakes up and he disappears. So then she sees the T-Rex and she goes to get on the elevator, and apparently this T-Rex doesn't know anything about elevators.
No, doesn't know. Well, they weren't around 200 million years ago.
It's so true. So he's got to take the stairs.
So...
when the elevator opens, the cop takes the gun back. He's just right there.
It just opens up to Jackie and he takes the gun.
And then they plan on using Jackie as bait to get the T-Rex.
Right. Their plan is to tie her to a chair
and then
slowly drag her into the boiler room where the dino will follow, and then they'll hit the tank. Like, what was in the boiler room that would explode though? Like, it's for boiling water.
Well, and also for Freddy Krueger's.
And Freddy Krueger's, yeah, but even his...
He got blown up real good, so...
Yeah, right. Anyway.
So they make a plan, and the priest is like, what if the evil force field doesn't go away when the T-Rex explodes? And the cop says, it will, won't it? And the priest says, how should I know? I'm making this up as I go along. And I said, much like the script to this fucking movie.
Apparently the screenplay was too. And so that's what they do. They tie her up. And the dino comes after her. They're pulling her. They pull her away just in the nick of time.
Untie her in the slowest way
possible. They're like unlooping it.
She's like, hurry up.
She's like, hurry up. He's almost here.
Oh, no, I did this. And the priest says... Come at me. Come on, spawn of Satan, and
come after me instead. And so Jackie runs away, but she can't get out the door, and then the inspector pushes the priest out of the way.
And shoots the pipe.
Shoots a bundle of dynamite on the pipe. Did you not notice that?
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it's dynamite, because I had to go back and be like, where the hell did they get dynamite? That was not part of the plan. Luckily, it was already strapped to a tank. Anyway,
maybe Wayne hated his job so much he was planning
on just
taking everyone out.
Just like going
He's
postal.
like, I'm so sick of paying alimony and child support. I'm gonna blow myself
I'm taking
up.
This whole thing down, dinosaur bones and everything.
That's my
theory. So anyway,
I literally in real time came up with.
That's probably it. You're a genius.
I'm a genius.
And so anyway, the tank explodes on the dino. Everybody runs away.
And the priest says, and then they get out. Jackie gets out, and the guy asks, "Where's Jackie?" And the priest is like, "Maybe she died in the fire."
Yeah, maybe she didn't make it out.
Dude, the T-Rex isn't even dead.
Yeah, we didn't see it blow up because
he's in the parking lot and he just starts roaming the streets.
He's suddenly loose in the town now, and
because evil fake dinosaurs aren't flammable.
They're not flammable.
And flame retardant.
So now Dino is loose on the town. They don't know where Jackie's at. Presumed dead.
We hear a satanic chant again and flashbacks of the priest. And then we cut to the police station. And the cop's like, thanks, Father. The case is closed.
Yep. All done.
And so, like, is it closed? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah, but then we see that Jackie's not dead. She shows up in some store to get some scuba equipment.
Asking about scuba equipment.
And the dude who was tailing her from before, the mafia dude,
he's like, I'll find her.
He's like, I'll find her again. But wait, he's eaten by the dino.
We see the dinosaur just chomps him in his little ponytail right up.
Right in his car.
Jeep real quick.
The end.
And
that was the end. An hour and 9 minutes I will never have back. Actually, less than that, because I did fast forward through like the 12 minutes of credits.
Okay, I have a question. So like when I pulled this movie up on the app that we watched it on, I got excited for a split second. Because in my version, it's like listing the actors, and it had DJ Qualls.
I don't remember seeing him.
He was not in this movie. And I didn't do research.
I don't even think I saw him on IMDb.
Don't slander his name. DJ Qualls is hilarious.
Yeah. He's
I
a treasure.
love him. He's
Yeah.
a national treasure from Texas.
Yes. Absolutely.
If you don't know who DJ Qualls is, he's like the skinny dude from Road Trip.
Oh yeah, yeah. He
was in the
you will
new
know
guy.
him.
Like,
yeah.
he's so funny.
You would know him
and
if you
I
saw
was
him.
so stoked. I was like, okay, if he's in it, maybe it's gonna be funny.
Yeah.
Nope.
I don't recall seeing him in there, and I don't even think that I saw his name
It was
on the
probably
IM.
just they probably messed it up on the app that we got but I was just like,
Just a glitch somewhere. How disappointing for you.
it was very disappointing for me. I was disappointed from the get-go.
Oh, that's too bad. Well, I wish he were in this movie.
I wish
it would have made
it better. DJ Qualls, if you're out there, get at us.
Yeah, see if you can be in the next sequel of
The
this.
next sequel.
I mean, I don't know how soon it'll be made. This one was made just this year. And I couldn't find, like I said, I couldn't find budget
There's no
stuff.
info.
Couldn't find any trivia about it. I can't accept that.
Well, we've got another 20 minutes left of the podcast. Courtney,
So
what are we going to talk
anyway,
about?
Let's back to lawyer talk.
Back to lawyer talk. If you have committed a crime,
And you need to speak to an attorney.
d-
Anyway, so yeah, I guess that's it for this week. But of course, I always do recommend that you watch these movies and make a judgment for yourself. And here's the
don't-
thing: I live for these movies.
they're
Like
so bad.
they're so bad because we'll talk for hours about it before we even get on here and talk for another hour on it.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
our lives revolve around bad things like this. And
I had one of my friends asked us, like, subscribes to the podcast, doesn't watch it at all. And he was like, do you ever do good movies? I'm like, no.
no, there's no fun in good movies.
What the fuck would we talk about for an hour? If
I
we're
know
doing
this
good
is a
movie?
really good movie.
It won an Oscar. The
It
end.
won an Oscar at the end. No, that's yeah. There's no fun in talking about the
The
good
point of
movies.
this is to have fun, and the point of this is to make jokes, and I feel like we did that.
And I also do want to like draw attention to these bad movies because they really tried. A lot of times they've really put their heart into
And
this.
this honestly
maxed
just
out their-
shows you that, like, anyone can make their dream come true.
Right. They may have to max out their credit cards to make it, but
This is still America, and you can still make whatever piece of crap you want to make.
Yeah.
And look at us. We're doing it.
we're doing it. And all 10 of you who watch, we really
We
appreciate it.
appreciate you.
So if you would like, subscribe,
Tell
share
anyone
us,
that you think
tell your friends.
would like this.
So we
'Cause
can buy
it's funny.
so we can buy a better
We need a
camera,
new camera.
and that way also we can start. Like I said, I really want to bring attention to some of these bad directors and bad movies and everything because it's
they're
kind of cute.
It's so funny.
How funny they are,
good.
and this is something that they're passionate about,
Yeah.
just like we're passionate about talking about it. So yeah, just tell your friends about us and help us out a little bit. We're the
And-
B list.
That's us.
Yeah.
I mean, you're here, so
You're
you found
here,
it,
so you found it.
Tell
But
everybody.
tell everybody. And
And-
anyway, so we'll see you next time with
We'll
another
catch you
bad
next time.
movie.
Yeah.
Everybody, take care. We love you.